Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes. So today, I'm trying to remember where we left off. I remember the last thing I showed you was like the crafting table thing, but I don't know if it'll actually start back off. It's been a long time since we played this. So I'm gonna get back in, hopefully finish off the Fate of Black Peter, maybe? I don't know, we'll see how long the episode takes. I don't like episodes to be more than half an hour or so. So hopefully, yeah, we'll get this done. Towards the end though, what I am going to do, I'll tell you this now while it's busy. Oh, it's loaded. Great, wonderful. Hey! Oh yeah, great, wonderful. It's back to where we were. Okay. First thing, I can't remember if I interacted with Toby on this yet. There is an achievement for interacting with Toby in every single, like, mystery. And I want to get that. It's going to be fantastic. Okay. So, oh god, I cannot remember the controls for this at all. No, that's not it. Trying to find my logbook. Is X. There we go. Great. So, what did we have to do? No, that's clues. We need to detect crime. John Nelligan seems to not be his usual self. What is his role in all of that? Did I check the archives? I can't remember if I checked the archives. Oh no, that's what I need. I apparently need to search for the Dawson Nelligan.
Here it is.
Yes! Wonderful. Okay.
Now I begin
I thought I'd done this.
that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects it with the murder. It's time to ask you.
Whoa! Okay, great. So, for those of you who don't remember, what happened in the last part was some guy got murdered with a harpoon. We went and had a look, we spoke to his wife, yada yada yada. And some guy tried to break into the crime scene, and we caught him and we took him to Scotland Yard. Good old Scotland Yard, which is weird because Scotland Yard is in London, so I don't understand why it's called Scotland Yard. It makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, so yeah, as I was saying before, while this is loading, at the end of each of these mysteries, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait just before we do the actual deduction, and then I'm going to open up the comments and allow you guys to pick what you want to see, which combination you want, who you want to accuse, etc, etc. And then what I will also do is I will create a small video compilation which will have what happens as you accuse each individual person at the end of the mystery, and so we'll have the one that you picked, and then we'll have the right one, and we'll have any others that there may be. So let's go question this guy about what is with this thing. He looks like the flippin' Joker, doesn't he? All pale skinned, purple suits. It's you know, actually now that I've said that, I don't like him anymore. Oh god, this is really bad. Dawson Nelligan.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditor gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress.
He sounds so condescending, doesn't he?
Joshua
So
Nelligan
unbelievably condescending.
were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Oh, okay, so I've got to go and examine the ship's logs. They were, ooh, we can do first person. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and we can sprint. Oh, ooh, I can't decide. What do we do? Third person or first person? Ooh, you know what? We'll do the rest of this third person because we did it. You know, we've done the rest of it in third person. and then afterwards we might switch up the first person. I don't know. I'll put it down to you guys again. Comment in the section below, and hopefully we'll be able to decide if we're doing this in first or third person. That's it. One thing I will give this game is it is quite a nice game. It is rather beautiful. They seem to have nailed like all the old buildings in the background, stuff like that. It seems really, really nice. But you know, I hate these long loading times. It's like you spend most of your time just waiting for the game to load. But nonetheless, we're gonna power through. We're gonna make it and make it. Wonderful. Okay.
This is the crew list
Yep.
of the Sea Unicorn.
I understand that. Are we supposed to
Log notes
know
for
anything?
children.
Nothing unusual?
Unusual.
Okay.
Log notes for July.
Nothing special? Yep. Correct.
Log notes for August. These pages have been
Ooh.
Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3
Notebook.
ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last
Wow.
will be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Okay, so we now have to. Okay, by the way, for those who don't remember, this is the guy who was murdered. I like how we've just left him here. Like, is there even a copper outside? There's not even a copper or anything. Literally, we stabbed him and just left him there dead. And his wife is still sat up here, supposedly grieving her husband. You know, but it's just, oh god, like, surely the police would have moved the body, like, taken it to the morgue or something, you know. Ooh, footprints. I haven't examined these footprints. Drag the boot down.
These boots don't match the footprints.
So, we know it wasn't this guy. Okay. We know he definitely didn't kill himself. Imagine if that's one of the mysteries. What happened? He murdered himself. Just stabbed it straight through himself. Inspect the crime scene at Woodsman's Lee. I just did. Wiggins might be a unicorn. Oh right, okay, so right. This is, if I remember rightly, I think this is like one of like the I don't want to call them like, you know, they're like the kids on the street, the ones who go around pickpocketing and stuff like that. And Sherlock uses them as like a little information network. So there are times and cases like this where you have to sort of enforce their help and you send them away to do a task, and then later on in the game they come back with a bit more information that's useful. And oh, it's really good. So it's a nice little mechanic in the game, but it's, I don't know. I suppose it makes sense for them to withhold information like that, but we'll find out. Anyway, back to Mr. Holmes, the greatest detective known to mankind.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working in the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they
The
be?
The
specialists!
secret police division of Baker Street.
I mean young Wiggins and his gang.
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How do you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Like how he's just sat there and pretty much just griefed the police. He's basically just turned around and said, look, the police are crap. These little kids do a better job than they do. But it's because obviously a cop has to wear his uniform. Everyone's cautious around them.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Whereas, of course, here,
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
there's the condensation again.
Because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
If anyone doesn't get that reference, it's the Red Light District. It's full of adult entertainment, shall we say.
I'll be there shortly.
Dear God, this game is going through all the stereotypes. Good chances are, some of them probably are true, which is the worst bit of it all. But anyway, back on the Scotland Yard, and this is what I'm saying again about these loading screens. It's, just no, I don't like it at all. It's irritating and annoying. I'm sorry if I'm feeling really, really bouncy. I haven't done anything today. I've got a lot of energy to burn off, and it's just yeah. So we'll get all this burned off, bouncing around, waiting at these loading screens. It also means I get a little dance for you guys. Yeah, anyway. Moving on. Let's go. Oh God.
Mr. Holmes.
Oh, okay.
Glad to see you.
The detective's there.
Always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Great help.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us. We'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Oh yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you.
Breathtaking.
See, he's so condescending. I mean, I've got a girlfriend who loves these books. Well, she loves Sherlock Holmes, and I'm pretty sure she's told me that this is pretty much what he was like. You know, that he was always seen as being himself as like upper class and better. But like the fact that the cops are all like, "Yes, come on, we've beat you. Come on, is this the best you've got?" John Hurtley's belongings. Okay, so these are the belongings of the guy. So his boots. Ah, yes, footprints. We just checked his boots. Maybe we have to check these boots as well. Okay, so we can't check his jacket. Apparently his jacket is pointless. But there is a stained leather. Let's take the stained leather. Proper chemicals. Okay, is that it? Wow, it literally gave us the option to just look at a pen. Right. I understand that like you've got to have some pointless things in the game or something to throw the person off guard. But
please escort this suspect for interrogation.
see, I don't understand. How come they just don't employ him? Like they just call on him for special cases and he does his own mysteries.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely.
Thank you.
And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
You won't even tell them why the cops put him in. Makes no sense. Why wouldn't you tell the cops? Like, why wouldn't you tell somebody why the cops have brought you in? Doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, look at the detail here, like his wrinkles and stuff. That's fantastic. It almost makes you wish that like all games could have this much detail. But then, one thing I always find in games is hair. Like, look at that. Like, it doesn't look realistic at all. Everything else looks fantastic. But then, ooh, old scar. That looks really bad. Oh, I'd hate to have that. But yeah, hair always lets down games. It doesn't matter what it is. Hair always lets them down. And I don't know why. It's just so annoying. Bum, bum, bum. So we figured out he's a gardener, or likes his garden. That's effectively what we just figured out from that. What do you mean that's all from now? Oh right, yeah, because we've got to go and check his letter out and stuff. We've got to check his letter and check his boots, right? Now, because I know how to do the boots, I'm going to do the boots first, and then we're going to do the letter. Because the letter one took me forever to figure out last time I played it, and I don't remember the combination. So you're gonna have the fun of watching me fail over and over and over again. Oh great. Loading screen. Should we just, this is the loading screen dance now? No, that's, I can't be bothered to do that with every loading screen. I don't want, I mean I would want to, but I also don't. I should probably have another coffee. And I would make it, but that requires me to, like... Hey! A perfect match! Woot woot! Ooh, that means we have a new clue. Right. So, there's no gardener, but there's Hurley's footprints. Because we thought he was a gardener, didn't we? And that's going to announce it. There it is, down the bottom here. Liam Hurley's boots footprints. There. Liam Hurley's boots match the footprints at Woodsman's Lees, just providing that he was there. Judith Carey denies that he was their gardener. Okay. Wait a minute. So, yeah, I'm confused. I mean, I know exactly what's going on, but I'm going to say what my thoughts were originally. Because I was confused at this point. He wasn't the gardener. But his boots of, well, the boot prints and all that match it. So you can see why you get this confusion and you don't know what's going on. It's weird, isn't it? And he's reading his book. Wonder what book he's reading. It doesn't really say and you can't see, can you? Oh, no, damn it. Yes. If you actually leave it there, he just keeps flicking his book up and down. Like, I left it there for like 2 minutes on the original playthrough. It was good fun. Anyway, so at the end of the last part, I showed you about the analysis table. And this is where we're going to recover Hurtley's letter. So we have chemicals.
That is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Right, so you have 2 colorless, 2 orange, 2 purple and 1 green. Right, so I'm going to try, right, is it orange, I think? So orange has to be followed by colorless. Right, now if we go blue, green, blue, orange, and colorless, that should work. So blue, well, it doesn't matter which order we do the blue, green in. So blue, then random, which is the blue again. Actually, I don't know if this resets it. Green, orange, and then colorless, I hope.
No, something isn't right.
Okay, right, so if you add a new blue, it resets it.
Again.
Right, that makes sense. Okay. So, it goes through here. Right, so let's try this again. So, if we go blue first, if we go blue, blue, colourless, blue, oh no, so we've got 2 of each. But I don't have enough hands for this. Blue, So we go blue, colourless, green, orange, okay, so right, we'll start with blue, because then we can use the colourless agent in the middle. I mean, unless the colourless agent has to follow orange, but that wouldn't make sense. So you have blue, then we have to have random, and another random, and then an orange, which is followed by a colourless, which is the third condition, and then blue, because colourless doesn't have to be followed by anything. And then if we add orange in, there's nothing left, so we can't follow it by a colourless, but I don't know if that matters if it's the last one. Does it?
No, something isn't right.
Whoa, they were
I need
both
to start
wrong?
the reaction from the beginning again.
What? But I followed the top one. I did blue, colourless, green, orange. Because the green definitely has to go between the two blues, because there's nowhere else for it to go. Blue? Right. What if we do two blues? Would that work? See, I don't know if this condition needs to be fulfilled every time. Because, wait, but that wouldn't work. 7... Yeah, it's impossible to follow them every time. Unless we do double blue and double orange, which is also impossible. Right, hang on. So what happens if I go blue? Blue, so this is resetting that top one. Right. And now we go an unknown. An unknown. And
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
oh, it tracks both of them. Oh my god. Blue, blue, green, orange, orange? Maybe? It's the only thing I can think that will satisfy both of them. Permanently. I'm so sorry, you can just... I'm so sorry about this. You can just skip ahead if you want. I'm just really bad at this. So this orange reagent satisfies the blue one. Oh no, because... Damn it! No! Because the orange has to be filled by the colourless, and that's going to kill the blue.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Okay, so I think I know what it is now. I think I've got it. Yeah, blue reagent, then the green reagent. Because this makes sense, because now the blue... Right, so there's your first random. Your blue is your second random. Right. Then you've got an orange. Then a colourless. Because orange always has to be followed by colourless reagent. So there's our second one for the second blue. And then we take this orange reagent, which satisfies that second blue. And that second orange gets followed by a second colourless reagent. Ah, God, that was an absolute nightmare. Thank God it's finally done.
Done.
Just
Now I can proceed further.
really hope we don't have to do this much more.
Let us see if the content...
By the way, so I keep checking over to the left. I'm just making sure the recording is still actually going. I'm still kind of new to all of this, and like my console is on the other side of my room to my actual PC that records. Well, it's not, the PC is under the console, but the monitors are on the other side of the room. So I just have to keep checking over to make sure it's actually still running. And then we do this, and then we do a bit of dabba dabba, dabba dab dab. I've dabbed it all right, I hope. Why have I not dabbed?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Okay, so that's that decoded. I did it. What does it say? Let's read the full thing. Where'd it go? I've lost it now. Documents here. I did use you asked and hid them well, but I beg you to reconsider. Ion, I'm guessing I swear. Like I swear I did this. And something. Remember our vows. I have done nothing dishonourable for you, which you something me. That's very interesting. So something is happening. See, this is where it's confused. This is where it gets confusing, because Hurtley wasn't involved in any way, shape, or form with the fishing, whaling thing, which is what everyone seems to think it's related to. They think it's related to that. And if Hurtley is unrelated to that, then surely he would be innocent, correct? I think, I'm saying I've played this before, but I've already forgotten absolutely flipping everything. I don't remember who did it, who didn't do it, what clues you get. Because you just get so much information per mystery. It must have taken them forever.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
What was it? Hurtley's boots match. There we go.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly matched the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you...
We just said it hasn't been proven.
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Gardener? This could be wrong, but let's give it a shot. I think it's one of the two gardens. The tobacco pouch doesn't make sense. Wait, did we do the tobacco pouch? No, okay, that's wrong. I can't remember what the initials on the tobacco house were. Because there were a couple of initials on it, wasn't there? Before we opened it up. What would I be doing there anyway? The gardener.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I would have picked that right.
I'm not. How
did you?
I observed your hands. They told me that you worked with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
Hang on. He went to their place to get his tools. Now, if he was a gardener... Oh, wait, hang on, no. Actually, that would make sense, because he would come there to do his job. He'd have left and kept his tools there, so he came back to get his tools. If he did it. But then that doesn't make sense, because he completely denied being there. He denied the boots. What's he got to hide?
So
and
tell
now...
me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Other than his true presence. Eh? Your letter, sir.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
So smart about it.
You're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It's to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Okay. I don't understand why, but sure. Whatever takes your fancy, Mr. Holmes. Woodman's Lee. So, by the way, quick question, guys, while we're waiting for this to load. Listen to the background. This huge, great, big, bright thing. I apologise for it in this one. If you really dislike it, let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure that it's never like that again. That's just my window. If you want it gone, let me know. I'll ensure that I shut it down and that it's not going to be there anymore. Can we actually... Can we do the... Ah, damn it. We can't do first person in the carriage. How cool would that be? If while you were in the carriage you could look around the carriage and see all the details and stuff. That'd be pretty damn cool. Right, where the garden tools are kept. Well, they're not in the lodging. Are they hidden in here? Nope. There's nothing behind there because we went down there before. Does she keep them in the house? Or the shed?
Locked.
The shed. But it's locked. I mean, the shed would make sense, but it's locked. What about the house? Ah, come on. And we can't enter the house. So the only other building is the shed, but that's locked. Isn't it?
Locked.
Yeah. Like a key on the floor or something. We can't actually get behind here. Invisible walls for the win. Why wouldn't they let us behind there? So I don't get, the building is modelled. I don't see anything bad. Why would they put an invisible block there? Game developers sometimes worry me. What's even more worrying is I want to be one myself later. So yeah, after this I've got some work to do. So how long are we going? We're going for 32 minutes. Let's see.
We have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Wow, there's a lot of...
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
I lost a lot of stuff here.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
That's the box that, do you remember on the shelf where there was like the dust where it was mismatching? That's the box.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Ooh, she looked away. Yeah, I think I remember this one now. I think.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
That was the weirdest door opening ever. Is there anything else in the shed that can be examined? Apart from Sherlock in black and white. Oh god. The camera has such fun. Right, let's check the wooden floor. Due to the ill-fitting plank. Yeah, exactly. Bada bing, bada boom. I didn't like that music. I thought something was gonna stab me from behind. The wife just like stab. Rotate all the cylinders. LT and R to rotate them all. Or we can just rotate one. Left thing to switch. I'm guessing the list needs to line up somewhere here. Hey, there we go. See, I remembered these ones. A bunch of letters.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hartley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Bruises fade, but you must not worry for me. Okay. So, we know she's lying. Although it's funny, speaking of bruises, I have one on my shoulder now, about here. I was kayaking yesterday, and carrying my kayak, I've obviously carried it something weird. It's really hurt my shoulder. I don't know how, but let's speak to Mrs. Hartley. Wait, no. Well, it is Mrs. Hartley because there was an affair,
I
but
am aware of your affinity with Liam Hartley.
What are you talking about?
guilty. Romantic correspondence.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hartley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
I was just about to say that.
I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam.
Such a good Christian woman, having being a you know, adulterer, having a harmless flirting. Okay, so apparently she didn't do any adultery. She's just done some harmless flirting. Oh god. Ooh, unexplained present harmless flirting. That's given us something. Hartley's innocence. Hartley's presence of Woodsman's Lee on the night of the murder is explained by his affection towards Judith Carey and the fact that he worked there as the gardener. Okay. So, he's apparently innocent. Although, actually, wait, there's a lot more things here. Holy moly. Wow. Judith Carey's letter to her confession. Yep. This opens another... Oh! Hello. Yes. I forgot about these. So, here you've got two sort of choices, and these choices impact how you come to the conclusion, shall we say. Okay? So here we've got harmless flirting or desperate jealousy. Right, now I can't really leave this as a choice up to you guys. You will have the choice in the end, so jot this down somewhere, do whatever. We've got harmless flirting or desperate jealousy. Right, because I picked harmless flirting first, I'm going to change my answer, simply because if I've learned nothing, women are always right and women always change their minds. So desperate jealousy it is. Definitely. Right? And that means that we now have two options here, which means that Hartley has a motive or he's innocent. Right? Now, because I changed my other answer, I'm also going to change this one. It makes sense. But, I'll say, if anyone has any other theories, any other questions, anything else, then be my guest to leave your, your comments and see what happens. We'll now head to Scotland Yard to go ask Mr. Hartley about whether or not he did anything with the lady, shall we say? But alright, that's fine. Open the deductions. Clues. Yeah, I like how you can still do this stuff while you're here. The missing tin box and the breaking attempts, they're not related. Swift actions? Nope. Carry a non-smoker? No. Breaking attempts? Nope. Nope. Okay. Wonderful. So we have like no other things that we can do. So we know none of those clues are related to the rest of the mystery in any way, shape or form. See, this is what I was saying about the false clues. I know there's also an achievement for playing the entire game through and not getting like a single one of those wrong, I think. Or it might just be like a certain mystery and whatnot. Which is insane. Can you imagine having to remember all of those and replay the game through that many times? I would just... oh.
I'm not saying another word.
You're not saying another word, but...
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I thought we were meant to like question him. No one's in there? Okay. Thought we were meant to like question him because we figured his stuff out. Obviously wrong. I'm so confused right now. So we can't question him. Oh wait, maybe the little rascals are back. Little rascals. This is why I should not be allowed to speak. His little, you know, London's elite specialists, as he calls them. Oh, God. You know, there's one really thrilling thing about having to have a mic like this is I can't scratch the left side of my face. I have a really bad itch on my cheek right now, so hang on. Sorted. I apologise for the huge booms and like the mic there, which would have been heard as I bang them all over the place.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Nope, nope, nope. Nothing, nothing, nothing.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Do I need to question her more? Maybe? I'm so lost right now. We're going on 42 minutes. Okay, so we'll have another look around the Woodsman's Lee, and if that's not there, I'll go away, I'll find out what we need to do next, and we'll come back for another episode. Is there anything else around here? I mean, these are his tools, obviously, we would know they're his footprints. Is there anything in here? This thing.
This place is not an object was taken from here. It was larger.
Yeah, we already know that's the dust. The dust, that's the box. She is busy doing the world's worst crying act that I've ever seen. We know his box is there. We can't go into his house.
Leave me alone, please.
She wants to be left alone. The only other thing I can think is the little hooligans, but I don't know how to get them. So I think for now we'll call this an episode. So actually, while we're here, what I'll do is, here we've got like a couple of options here. Okay, so we have desperate jealousy or harmless flirting. Okay, and we also have Hurley's motive against Hurley's innocence. So it's up to you guys. You have these two choices. Comment down in the section below, and next time we come back, I will make these options based entirely on what you have chosen.